everyone, welcome to Aether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new here, then we're doing a general collective reading today. So just take what resonates, leave the rest, and flip and switch the roles if you need to. Don't try and make anything fit though. If it's not your story, just let it go. So, first card out, we have Great Personal Sorrow. Teardrops. Something upsetting, or this could have been in the recent past. Something has happened, obviously, that you cared a lot about. Something that's let you down, or maybe you had your hopes up for something that didn't go to plan, or didn't go the way you wanted it to. Or this could be with somebody close to you. I'm getting like this is with somebody that you love, that there's been some sort of either they don't love you back the same, or things aren't working. I don't know. But we've got new home, new attitude. So you could be sprucing up your existing home, doing some renovations, getting things, I don't know, maybe throwing some new paint on the walls or something like that. Or maybe you're moving or planning on moving to a new place. So I feel like this is good because you're, you know, it's fresh. It's something new. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling more so like you're rearranging or redoing something with your existing home, which is making it feel new and fresh. And you're kind of like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? This is so good. It's like when you get your car all fixed up and perfectly clean and detailed before you go to sell it, and you think to yourself, why don't I keep my car this clean? And you know, now I want to keep it. It looks so good. This is like a revamp. And so we've got great good fortune, 4-leaf clover, and this is, you know, this is 4-leaf clover is rare. So I feel like you could be sprucing up your home to make it more valuable if you own your own home. But I also am kind of getting like what you've got, how you make your money, or there's something very unique about you, about your skill set, your way of working, what you bring to the table. It's not lucky. You're very talented at something unique here. Not everybody does what you do or can do what you do, because it's not just your job description. It's like your unique, it's the way you think, it's your strategy, it's the way your mind works. So we've got a goal-orientated person. This is definitely you. You've got some big goals to kick this year. I feel like you've been hitting goals in your personal life, hitting goals in your work life. It's all going on. Then we've got a disappointment in a friend or lover. And I feel like this is what's connected to this great personal sorrow. Maybe somebody here just hasn't come through for you, or there's been like a falling out. And it's hitting hard. It's heavy. You could be still working on it continually because it's showing up twice in different timing. So it's almost like you know, maybe you've gone into sprucing up the home and working on the money and the goals, and these could be relationship goals as well. And it's like you do all these things to make it all better, and to try and create improvements and change for the better. And maybe then there's still like, maybe you just don't feel like you're being met halfway. Like it's all very one-sided. But then we've got a successful outcome to your problems with the key. So, feels like it's all going to come through in the end. At the bottom of the deck, we've got temptation will test you with the apple. So if you're going through a period of time of separation with somebody, maybe, you could be tempted to hook up with somebody else during this time. There may be quite a lengthy wait for you with something. You could just get to different points along the way. This is showing pretty good wins. But you may, it's not all winning. And you may have those days where you just like, you just want to throw it all in. But yeah, you could be tempted. I feel like that's mostly in your personal relationship. Something can tempt you there to step outside of it. Or just to kind of like go, well, I've done all this work. I've tried. You're not meeting me halfway. So come back if you change your mind. Or just, kind of like, and getting this energy, like you just want it to all just fuck off at some point. You just want to know either way where you're heading, what you're doing, what somebody else is doing. Are they coming or are they going? So, yeah. And you want to see sort of some reciprocation. Okay. Ace of Pentacles is coming out in the reverse. Straight under this great personal sorrow. So something is up with your money. Did somebody lose money or lose an opportunity? An act on an opportunity, maybe? Ten of Swords in reverse. It's like somebody's resisting something coming to an end. Like losing an opportunity, something changing. Somebody could be trying to take an opportunity, or there's a lot of competition for an opportunity, and it's like it's a huge injustice. It's like you feel something is owed to you, or you could be paying out money for something that for somebody else, and you just don't. It's to avoid an ending. So this could be in your personal life. You could be paying somebody's expenses, or helping them out financially, but it just feels like dead money. But you're doing it to avoid something coming to an end with this person. This could be like paying their rent or, their expenses. But you feel like this isn't right. This is an injustice to you. Like maybe somebody's taking advantage of you financially, or you're feeling it's that way. It's really killing your lifestyle. It could be taking like all the extra, anything extra. And I think that you're kind of feeling like this isn't helping either. Like this isn't helping you heal or them heal. It's just sending you backwards financially. You just feel like you're going backwards. There's just something doesn't feel right about it. So let's see. What's the Ten of Swords to the Justice in reverse? Ooh, Devil energy. Gosh. Capricorn, your card. Something you're feeling really changed to, though. Like you're burdened by it, and you're changed to doing this, or you've like locked yourself in. This could be an investment that's just losing money. Or an expense, or something that you've signed up for, like a contract that you're locked in. You can't get out of it within a certain period of time anyway. So I feel like you just feel like you're losing out on financial opportunities, but to put that money somewhere else because it's going towards this thing that you're locked into. And it's really, it's creating this toxic environment for your relationship with money, with, you know, it's like you're working really hard just to pay this, you know, this expense, this contract, this loan, whatever it is, and you just it's bringing out the worst in you when it comes to like your relationship with money. And it could be your relationship with money with regards to another person. So if you're in a relationship and you're financially supporting that person, and to avoid a breakup, to avoid an ending, which obviously could result in an even harsher, you know, financial split. So it's like you're trying to just do what you can to avoid that coming to a serious end. But yeah, it's super toxic for you to have this happening. So it's like you need this to come to an end. So what you're doing about it is, I know you're working on some other stuff, new home, new attitudes. So let's see. Yeah, so this is making you happy, doing these personal goals with the house, or it's either a new house or you're sprucing up your existing house. And this is like these, I don't know, it's like someone's getting jobs done that have been hanging there and needing to be done for so long. Or perhaps for you, just working on the house, working around the property, doing the gardens, doing some painting, changing things around, opening it up, like throwing old stuff out. Maybe this is the kind of work you enjoy doing. So it's a healthy distraction. If not, it's the one thing that's going right and going well. Like you're seeing improvements. You're feeling like, if it's your own home, you're feeling like, well, that's at least one thing that's maybe adding value to your life. Well, this other thing is draining you. So yeah, Ace of Cups, like you really, really love your house. You really love where you live. It makes you so happy. And it's like you're re-falling in love with where you live even more as you make these improvements. Or if this is a new house, you just absolutely love it. Like it was a change in that, you know, it was what you needed. It's where you want it to be. It's where you want to live. It's exactly how you like it. So you're in love with your place. And you're celebrating. This is, it feels like a place that you may be having a, if it's a new place, you may be having a party, like a housewarming party. If it's your existing place, it's like you've had lots of, you know, celebrations and parties there. Lots of memories. You could have raised your children in this home. It's been, I feel like it's been the family home, or it's been the, you know, the place you've had so many memories there. And yeah, this is something you're seeing growth with. The Seven of Pentacles. This property has gone up in value if you own it. Even if you don't own it, this property has gone up in value. You see your life improving as you are in this property. Like things are growing for you. Financially, it feels like you're getting ahead when you know, to be in this place. So this is your dream house, apartment, whatever it is. This is your dream home. This has always been your dream. So if there's something that you're renovating or, you know, making improvements on that's already yours, it's like you're realizing your dream more and more as you're there. So I like it. So this is good because you've got one thing going right there with the house. And maybe this devil energy, this injustice, this financial thing is maybe that's just temporary. And we'll keep seeing this. So yeah, we've got great good fortune 4-leaf clover. So it's like something's coming back around. Maybe you're returning back to doing something you did before. You're reconnecting with your work maybe on a new level. Like maybe you were with something going on in your personal life. Maybe you've felt disconnected emotionally, more disconnected from, I don't know, from your work or from, you know, the direction your finances have been going on because of this drain over here. So I don't know, maybe you're feeling now, you're getting back to feeling like, you know what, life is pretty good actually. Queen of Swords. Oh, too hot in here. What's the Queen of Swords? So the Queen of Swords, okay, maybe she's returning. Is this your energy? Queen of Swords. Someone's coming back. Oh, a High Priestess in reverse. So something's coming back to, yeah, a loved one is coming back. So perhaps the person that, you know, you've been trying to sort things out with financially here. It's like you've spruced up the home, things are coming back to life here, and then somebody is returning back into your life. This Queen of Swords, air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy is coming back. A loved one, back to this happy home, family stability. This could be, you know, this Queen of Swords could be a girlfriend or wife, or this could be you. It's like you're returning back to something here. But start with a new cycle, like starting a new cycle. Where things are going back to, it feels like things are going back to normal, but better than normal. Obviously, something wasn't good before. So it's going back to the best part of it was before. So somebody could have moved out and now they've come back in. Maybe if you're renovating a house and you weren't living in the house while it was renovating or something like that. Somebody has left and come back. So this High Priestess in reverse though, somebody is not really not listening to their intuition with coming back. It's like somebody's giving a relationship a second try. Yeah. You could have, somebody could have been traveling and they've just gotten back from a trip back home, happily home. Somebody could have traveled to an engagement party, a wedding with their loved one, and just returned back. What's the High Priestess in reverse? Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse. It's like you're feeling that somebody is just taking from you, like just blatantly. And I'm feeling like you're feeling that somebody is just taking from you energetically, and financially. And you're just about like ready to quit somebody here could just be like, I feel like there's two parties, and one party doesn't work, or just, you know, quits work, or, you know, just quits on a situation. You're feeling like they're just quitting on a situation. They're not making any money, or not much money. And it's like you're feeling that one person is dragging you backwards. Like there's not like an equal exchange here. It's like there's a person who's saying, you can prove it to me, you can prove your love to me, and I'm going to put you through the ringer, and no matter what you do, I'm going to throw you another curveball. So and it's almost like in a way of punishment, like that person feels like, you did all these things to me, so now I'm going to do all these things to you, and you're just going to cop it, and you better be doing the right things if you want me back. Or, you know, just, it's like over correcting the course, like a big ship's turning and somebody's overcorrected. Like maybe some things really did need to come back into alignment, but instead of them going back into alignment, somebody has like gone off the deep end in the other direction. So there could have been like this giver to taker relationship here, and the giver has decided, I'm not giving anymore, and I'm not just gonna not give anymore. I'm not, even when you give, I'm not gonna reciprocate, or I'm just gonna be like, and so you should. So it's become toxic in the opposite direction, and so it's overcorrected, but it's like somebody is still punishing a person, and they could be punishing them financially, but also in other ways. And I'm getting like there's this whole like, I don't freaking care anymore, I just don't care. But I feel like this High Priestess in reverse, it's like somebody is in their low vibrational self, like they're trying that, and they're not trying to be low vibrational. I don't think it's like this. It's a bit more than that. It's like they are trying to be finally like strong and have firm boundaries for themselves and love on themselves in that way, and they're so defensive. They're so waiting for somebody to cross that boundary and then cut them off. It's like they're expecting past behavior all the time, so they're constantly on edge, like, you're not going to treat me this way anymore. And so but it's become really harsh because this person hasn't found a middle zone for themselves yet, and they're very defensive. And so it's coming across as a Seven of Swords, like somebody's just taking from me, someone's just taking advantage of me now. They're just blatantly raping and pillaging what I do for them, or what I give to them, or what I, you know. So now it's becoming toxic the other way. For you, it's becoming toxic, and maybe it was, you know, so you're in this devil energy, but you're changed to the situation and possibly this person, and maybe legally. And so it's, I'm getting though you want to work it out. You do. Okay, so this financial thing is really heavy on you. Heavy on your goals list. It's a burden for you right now. It's extremely one-sided. It's one-sided financially, and therefore it's also one-sided emotionally, because you could be that provider role, like you take on that role, and And that's fine, but that's your way of giving, and you see their role as maybe different to that, like what they bring to the table, and you're okay with being the provider, but you're not okay with then that you not being able to get ahead or reach and achieve your goals because money's just going out the door constantly. So we've got this Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling like, maybe you're feeling like, okay, if things don't work out with us and I go from a 10 to a 5, I've got half as much. How am I going to pull myself out of this mess? And you've got some goals here that you're just like okay, I'm going to hit some goals here. But it's burdening you how one-sided everything is right now. Maybe you make great money and it's still so much is going out, maybe on home renovations plus, you know, somebody else, or this contract or lease or whatever this expense is. Maybe there's just so much money going out, but you sort of got nothing left at the end of the day, which is burdening you. So yeah, it's really crunching your lifestyle down, and you're not used to feeling this way, because I feel like somebody here makes pretty good money and you're just not used to not having that excess. And you're also just, you know, I feel like somebody's thinking, you know, I make great money and I should be able to freaking enjoy my life better for what I make, but there's so much going out that you're just kind of like, I'm living like the people that earn a quarter of what I earn, and I should, you know, you're feeling really not just burdened by not feeling like you're getting ahead, or what else you could have been spending that money on that you could have been investing in, but burdened by your crunched lifestyle and not being able to, I don't know, just working hard, making a lot and not being able to enjoy it. So what's going on? Yeah, Hangman in reverse. Just, you're feeling really tied up. So what are you doing about it though? You're isolating yourself from the... feel like you're just still down in the dumps about it. There's a bit of grief here. There's some fighting going on. So this is where we're bringing in this disappointment from, yeah, you're feeling like the options are completely, you know, limited right now at least, or, you know, in this. You're looking at all your options. You're feeling very limited by your options because of finances. So, oh, the Tower's here. It didn't come out, but the Tower's here. Something to do with not healing. Somebody could be maybe not sleeping too good. It flipped over for me to see, but it didn't come out. I'm not going to read the Tower. I don't want to see you get in a Tower here. I feel like... oh, I don't know. I want to see a solution. What's the solution? You've got disappointment in a friend or lover. So it's like you're putting in all this effort, but at the end of the day, nobody wins this fight. It's like two losers when, you know, there's no winners, there's just losers. It's you're sick of fighting this battle anyway. You've carried a burden for a certain amount of time, and it's like your options have been limited while you've been trying to fix up something with somebody else. So Queen of Cups in reverse. it's like you're waiting for somebody. There's a masculine here that's waiting for this feminine to make a decision, and she just won't. It's like she just won't choose one way or the other. It's like somebody wants, but I feel like she's really stressed out while both of you are. So, she's waiting to feel it. A Queen of Cups, a Queen, a water sign like this is super emotional, and she's waiting to feel better. She's waiting to feel it, not just think it. And it's stressing her out. I feel like it's stressing you out too. But there's something going on with her, and it's more than just a relationship. It's something going on with her personally as well. Feels like a bit of a midlife crisis. I think it stresses her out that she can't contribute financially. Like there is a big thing there, that it isn't balanced. And I think it also stresses her out that whatever she's going through right now, like I was talking about overcorrecting the ship, overcorrecting the course, I feel like she doesn't feel like she can give emotionally. She's all used up. She's feeling completely depleted. It's as though she can't give even if she wanted to. She's got nothing left to give, which is why she's just pulling back and trying to recover and rebuild for herself. And she literally can't handle any choices, any decision making. Like, she needs to really stay back to basics. Something's really damaged her, and maybe she waited too long and really got to burnout. And so this is like a mother that's just completely wiped out and pretty much in breakdown. Nothing left to give. And I don't know, like, she could still be a mother with younger kids, but I'm kind of getting somebody who's got older kids, and it's like that job is done. But there's like, she's completely burned, and so she can't handle anything, and going wrong with anything, with kids, with personal relationships, with friendships, with work. It's like everything's too much. This person's in total breakdown. And so then it stresses her out and burdens her that she's not an equal contributor financially, that she can't give equally, even emotionally, back to anything. But I feel like, especially because she knows she can't give back emotionally right now, I think she feels like a drain. She knows that she's not able to financially contribute the same. So, yeah, big stuff with this Queen of Cups in reverse, whom I think is still the same person. I think this is the same person. She goes to a Queen of Swords. I think it's an air sign, but she's in her emotions, and emotionally she's not handling things. So it's like somebody has their head about them. She's smart. She's very intelligent. She knows how she believes. She knows all the things going on. But emotionally, things are a mess. And she just can't make a decision. Look, we got Two of Pentacles in reverse and Two of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands in reverse. She cannot make choices right now. She can't, like, emotionally, she can't handle what needs to be done to, like, kind of improve her situation. So she may be needing to make choices with it, with work, with money, with how she feels emotionally, with how she thinks. Like, all of these things she's just not doing. She's just like, I need to park it. I am not in a good way to make these kind of choices, because emotionally she's just all used up. So a lot has happened to her. And it's not even like, look, the same amount of crap can happen to two separate people, and one person's going to handle it a lot better than another person. We're not all built the same. And what can get somebody to an emotionally distraught and bankrupt emotional state like this, it could be something that another person can brush off, but we're all different. We all have different capacities, and she has reached beyond her capacity, and it's completely ruined her right now. And this could also be she could be dealing with a huge trigger from the past that's like keeping her in breakdown right now as well. That's just there could be hormonal issues also added to that. Chemical imbalances in the body, physically or physiologically, adding to that impact. So, yeah. This could be a lover. This if you're the masculine, or this could be you if you're the feminine, or this could be your mother or a very, very close friend of yours that's just not dealing with life, doing what she can, just like trying to. And you might look at somebody's life and go, well, they only work 2-3 days a week and they don't do much of anything else, but so like, it's not a hard life or whatever. They've got financial support, they've got, no kids left at home. It's so easy to look at somebody's life and judge them for that, but you don't know that they're not doing the absolute best they can with what they've got left emotionally to give to anything else outside of themselves, because they've been depleted for years, and people have like I was just saying, completely different emotional capacities. This person in the upright, she gives and she gives and she gives and she gives, and she will give to others before she'll give to herself. And people will take and take and take and take and not consider how depleted she is, and she has not been filled up, and she has not been replenished, and she's trying to do that now. And the only way she can do that now is by like literally only dealing with what she can, not making big decisions, not taking on, because any kind of big decision or big change right now is like, it looks like taking on something else and putting another emotional burden on her, and she can't handle anything else. So what's the successful outcome to your problems? Well, why do we have a 9 of Cups in reverse for a successful outcome to your problems? There's that's not satisfied, completely dissatisfied. Maybe you need to get to a point where you're completely dissatisfied with life, that instead of waiting for somebody else to give you a what's going on, waiting for maybe you get to a point where you're like, I'm not waiting anymore. Like, I want to be there and support somebody else that I love, but they need to do what they need to do in their own time, and I can't let myself be emotionally and financially depleted to my own detriment and end up in the same situation as them, or end up where I can't support them anyway. That doesn't help you. You need to know where your boundary needs to be on when it becomes toxic and unhealthy for you. So I feel like getting to this point of so fed up and so sick of it and so dissatisfied may be that turning point where you turn that key in a different direction. Yeah, in the death card. This is a transitional point. So it's like you've wanted to be there and be available, but this may be an ending, or it may just be the end of how it has been going. This is transitioning, a death and rebirth. Now, it could be the absolute end where you go, you know what, I can't wait anymore, I can't do this anymore. We are definitely over. Where you make that decision, whereas before you were waiting for them to make that decision. 5 of Cups. There's grief here, there's loss here, but it is a successful outcome. So it might just be like biting the bullet and going, I've been avoiding the end, I've been trying to make it right, I've been trying to... Now this is out here in your future position, alright? So it hasn't happened yet, and it doesn't have to happen. This is reading the energy if it goes predictably the way you're already feeling. But you have free will, you have complete control. So now this doesn't have to be the end of the relationship, but with all these cups out here, it feels like emotionally you're over it. Emotionally you've had to cut something out. Emotionally it's transitioning, or you're sort of letting go of something emotionally that you've been holding on to. Big changes for you here. Probably for both of you, but for you, because like somebody who's got themselves in such a low energy, and without a 4 of Swords out here to show, we did see the 4 of Swords earlier, so somebody's doing some healing work, but you're just all stuck and tied up here with limited options. And right now she's actually in a karmic situation. This Queen of Cups is karmic here because she's gone down the rabbit hole. Now it may or may not be like all her doing, but when you've got to this point where she won't make a decision, she will not choose to do maybe the right thing by herself even, let alone by you, or she just she can't make a decision she can't give you a time frame, she can't, you know what I mean, she's stuck, she's so stuck in this, but it's under her control, and that you can't do it for her, she's got to make this choice. So and then you need to make your choice, and so you are, and you're sad about it. There's grief here. And what's the death to the 5 of Cups? Yeah, you're quitting. You're quitting on this. Yeah, well, you're quitting on something here. You're walking away. Defenses are down. You're throwing your hands up and kind of going, I've tried. I've done my best. I mean, this could have been like a whole year by the time you get to this point. It's been a length of time. You've given a serious amount of time to try and make a turnaround and a change. And I think you've changed a lot within yourself. A lot. But you can't stay in this toxic energy. But here, see, the difference is at the beginning here, you're resisting this ending. You're super resisting. Because you feel like this will be an injustice done towards you. But here, you're finally just freeing yourself up. You're sad. And you're not satisfied with the outcome. But you've just kind of quit trying so hard at the detriment of feeling completely depleted yourself. You're trying to help somebody who is emotionally depleted, and it's emotionally depleting you. So this is the cutoff point for you, and it's a sad thing that's happening, but it's actually a successful outcome to your problem. The problem being you needed to do this, or you get to the point where you're going to need to do this. And that's not saying it's done forever, but it's done for now. So this is an outcome. and it may not feel successful. The card's saying it is a successful outcome. Like, you've been resisting this ending for so long, now you're not resisting it anymore. You're like, I quit. Yeah, I mean, she's already quit on it too, but you didn't quit on it. So okay, let's get you some advice. There's a few karmic people mixed in here. There's a bunch of friends. 3 of them are karmic. 2 of them are in the upright. So, you know, there's people in here that maybe in competition. Maybe these are people you work with. Or these are like joint friends, family, that are kind of mixed up. And, well, you know, they're not involved, but they're impacted. So, let's see. What advice for you, Capricorn? It's a shame. It's like here we have, you know, things were looking up. And this Queen of Swords was in the upright here. But it went downhill and went back to... So, you know, maybe you went on a trip together or something. Things were good for a while. And then they went back downhill again. I feel like this Queen of Cups, it's not just the things that happened in a relationship in the past with her. It's her personal stuff as well that she's dealing with. Like some deep-seated things. And a lot of it. She wouldn't be in the reverse in that karmic position if there wasn't a lot of healing that needed to be done from childhood wounds, literally like really old past stuff, like really heavy stuff that sometimes people don't work through those things. They try and bury them, and I feel like some things have been buried there for a long time. But yeah, and some people take those things to the grave, and the people that do work on them kind of never the same. Okay, this is interesting. Stop breaking agreements. And it's interesting because I feel like you're doing everything not to break your agreement here. But maybe you're feeling like the other person's breaking their agreement, or other people that you're dealing with are breaking your agreement. And so inside of that, it's like, why is that showing up in your world? Because is there something inherently in you where you feel like you break agreements, and so then that's projecting out and it's reflecting back at you on the external? That's quite deep. But anyway, let's see what it has to say. At the bottom of the deck, we've got release fear. Are you breaking agreements, Capricorn, though? Are you? Or is this where, you know, maybe this is the thing? Don't quit. If this is somebody you are married to, is that an agreement you're going to take, you know, to death do us part? Because this is in sickness and in health, because this person is in like emotionally sick here. So, but I mean, like, there is a way of pulling back without breaking an agreement. Pulling back to make sure you're still in a healthy, it's healthy for you and it's not depleting you. But let's see. So, allow others to develop trust in you. How often do you say you are going to do something to a colleague, a friend, a family member, or yourself and then do nothing? It could be as simple as saying that you are going to meet someone at 2 p.m. and showing up late without calling, texting, or taking responsibility. Every agreement you break attaches like an energetic link to all the other agreements you have broken in your life and all the other people who also don't care about breaking agreements. This massive chain weighs you down and sucks the life force out of you while hooking you into the vibration of failure. Keeping your agreements helps others to trust you and feel safe around you and offers you new opportunities. It is also a sign of great respect for yourself and others. Successful people don't break agreements, and if they do, they recognize this straight away, take responsibility, and make amends for the broken agreement by doing something extra. Think of the earliest agreement you have ever broken. Now, in your mind's eye, take responsibility for it. Don't feel bad, just acknowledge it and then make your way back through your life and remember as many other broken agreements as you can while taking responsibility for them all. This simple but meaningful process will enable you to become a more dynamic human being. Make a decision to always just try to keep your agreements, or if you need to, if need be, acknowledge if you have broken them and then do something to make up for it. So this is talking about integrity, and if you get out of integrity, you restore your integrity by making it right, taking responsibility, being accountable, and then recommitting to the agreement. So yeah, living in integrity. So where are you breaking your agreements in small ways? Perhaps this is the underlying issue in this relationship. This is why it's like everything you're doing now, it's questionable. And flip and reverse the roles. This may not be you, may be your person, but it's like, so there's a trust issue here, right? And you know, you can't have love without respect, and respect comes heavily with trust, and obviously trust comes with honesty, and honesty is keeping your agreements. It's integrity. It's like doing what you say you're going to do every single time, and if you don't do it, make it better and then do it. Like apologize, take accountability, then recommit and do it. It's that simple. But when that is consistently out, you just can't trust a situation. You can't trust small things. Somebody says they're going to pick up some butter and milk on the way home. You still don't think it's going to happen. It may happen every now and then. It needs to be consistent. You can't drop your kids to school and pick them up every day, and then every now and then you just don't do it. And you leave them there waiting for you. Like, there's certain responsibilities that are just negotiable, you know, like you cannot be, you know, like untrustworthy at the end of the day. Breaking agreements, even small ones, creates mistrust, and that builds up over a long time. It builds up to a point where somebody can't take your word for it, or you know, vice versa. This is our relationship with everybody. This is with ourselves and with other people. You know, this is human beings, so there needs to be consistency. So maybe even though somebody here is doing everything they possibly can to make something work, to make something right, they're going over and above, there's been such a length of time where this hasn't been the case. And so, I mean, you could be in a relationship with somebody for 5, 10, 15 years, and they may have been doing everything perfect for the last 6 months. 12 months, but prior to that there was 10 years of on off, or just, you know, not having it. So a person has learned to just question everything and feel like, okay, but how long is this gonna last? Are they only doing this now because we're separated or we're broken up? Now they want to, you know, now they're showing me they could do it, they have had the capacity to do it, but how long is this gonna last? Because, you know, it's restoring trust. It takes a long time. It's hard to do. And of course, somebody's going to keep, I mean, we all, in our nature, we will continue to question somebody once they've broken our trust. Even if they are doing the right thing now. it takes a long time. And you've got to actually open yourself up to being vulnerable, to even allowing that person to prove it to you again. Some people don't want to do that. They do not want to open themselves back up to trusting somebody that has proven they're untrustworthy. Give them a few opportunities, because if they don't do it, they're just opening themselves up to get hurt again and be let down again. So, I mean, I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know. So Capricorn, this is your reading. I hope the messages are helpful and you got something out of it. And if you did, please like the video. Thank you for all the likes, comments, subscribes, and the supporting their channel. Appreciate it. And I'll be back in a few days' time with your next reading. Happy New Year's, everybody. And yeah, I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.